Cartman, why?
Hey, there we go. Now I have a mic. That's exciting. Hello. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. It always kind of ends up that way, right? Ooh, we have people waiting. Hi, people. How are you guys? So tonight I am going to be continuing work on my DC Superhero Girls Wonder Woman cosplay, which you can see the picture over there. I have the leggings sewn. I just need to sew on the little stars on the sides. My boots got here today, which is super exciting because I was really, really nervous that they wouldn't get here in time, but they did. So that's awesome. And in fact, I'm wearing them now to break them in. And they're like the perfect color and everything. So that's awesome. Yay for Amazon Prime. So my goal tonight is to hopefully finish the corset. And if I'm done with that in a timely manner, then I will start decorating and customizing the shoes. So that is the goal. So this is my corset so far, right here. Bring you guys over. You can see kind of from my view. Looks like a dragon face like we discovered yesterday, which is awesome. But it's not going to stay that way because it's going to get covered with the red spandex that's over there. So I've done 2 layers. So we have the lining. Both are lining, but then you have like the messed up part on the inside. So that way it's like all the seam allowances and all that stuff are sandwiched between the 2 different layers. So I'm going to go around right now and just pin everything in place so that I can start sewing it without it warping. Part of that is probably going to be ironing a little bit too. So I'm going to go get my iron, which is fascinating. You're going to get to watch me iron, which is something that doesn't ever happen unless I'm actually working on a cosplay. Oh, let's see. Who's here? Hi, people. Jeannie B. Jones. Hi. And Sployd. Hi, Sployd. My Nightbot isn't here. It's okay. It was sort of annoying anyway. There we go. Everything looks like it's in order. So I'm going to be off camera for just a second getting my iron. And I'll be right back. That was almost awful. Hi. People are here. Well, Sployd was a second ago. That's okay. It's not like jumping like last night. But that's okay. We'll make do. I'm going to start with ironing, so maybe it's good that nobody's here for the boring part, right? I'm going to move my machine for a minute. I really dislike ironing, by the way. Like, it's like the worst. I'm going to move. This will be our new ironing cam. Seems like a terrible idea. All right. You are totally interesting enough on your own. It's like good quality time. We're getting to know each other well. I'm gonna move this way. This is turning on. I'm so sad because I have my nice iron. I finally spent a little bit of money on an iron, and I dropped it, so it doesn't actually hold water in it anymore. So I'm back to being all ghetto fabulous and using a spray bottle, which sucks. But, you know, that's what I get for dropping stuff. There we go. That didn't work. There we go. Oh no! Yes, the camera totally took a nosedive. So the whole point of this... Let me see if maybe moving it this way. Oh no! There you go. Oh yeah, the Navy definitely will teach you to iron things well. The point of ironing right now, even though it's not done sewing, is to make all the seams lay super flat before I sew it. So it'll really just help everything fit a bit better. So, oops, let's point this at what I'm doing. So ironing, yay, super fun. Spray bottle and cheapo iron, yep. Totally works that way. So the whole point, I need to make sure that I'm ironing super crappy spray bottle, getting water everywhere. Oh well. We want all the seams to be super tight. I love that little sizzly sound when it makes when it does that. Oh yeah. Now, what I really should have done, I probably should have done this before I sewed the two layers together. But I've been in such a hurry with this project, I keep kind of doing things backwards. And that's okay. You can make it work. Right? Well, I have cheapo both. Well, no, actually I have a super cheapo spray bottle and a pretty expensive, not expensive, I mean, a mid-ranged iron that got dropped, so now it's cheapo and crappy. Generally, I suggest you try ironing in like one little spot somewhere before you iron the whole thing, just in case it like discolors or messes with your fabric. But that doesn't actually matter since this is the lining of my corset. It doesn't really matter if it discolors. The only reason I made it match is because I like it better when it matches, and no one's ever going to see the inside of it, really. So here I want to make sure in here that this stuff is all laying flat. Like I said, I probably should have done this yesterday, but before I sewed it together. But I was excited and tired and not paying attention. So now I make up for it with harder work. It's a little bit shaky, that camera. Sorry about that. Expensive and broken, yeah. Well, not expensive. Like, expensive, really top level irons are like, can be over like 80, 100 bucks. Even more than that, I'm sure. But mine, I think I spent like 40 on, 50 maybe. So it's like mid-range. This fabric does not like being ironed very much. It's just duck cloth. It shouldn't be like that, but oops. Sorry, that's my giant elbow right there. Super expensive. Actually, it's probably going to be better if I show you guys like from this angle. You guys won't shake quite as much. There you go. That's better. Well, if you don't need them, if you use them so little that you don't actually know where they are, then that's awesome. Move this all down here now that your camera's not down there. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Also gonna pin as I go, because that'll make this whole thing faster.
Derek, you ready? Yeah, I was born ready, Nick. Let's go, man. Dirk Diggler demo. You got the touch. Take 7. You got the touch. You got the power.
Oh yeah, I can totally help with that. I mean, there's a lot of people who can help him with that, but yeah, shaping foam and armor is a total thing. Do you know what type of foam specifically that he was talking about? Like, was he looking for like soft foam, or was he looking for like more like the mats that people walk on and stuff like that? Okay, cool. Well, if he reaches out, I will totally respond. I usually respond anyway. I get a lot of emails and stuff from people I have no idea who they are. Just like asking questions about different things. I try and always respond. Not always like in the most timely manner, sometimes by accident, but
Not really. Maybe. Sounds powerful. It's definitely taken away from my vocal.
one down, a bunch more to go.
Okay, let's do it, Nick. You heard him.
We're pretty patient when it comes to waiting for money, like tax returns or salary bumps. But that wait is awful. What if you could start saving money on your home's electricity by switching to solar? Just get a solar power system from Solar City installed on your home. There's no upfront cost,
well,
and
that's
they'll
cool.
guarantee you a low rate.
It's also, I always suggest people go on YouTube too, because there's always like really great tutorials on YouTube. There's a lady named Kamui Cosplay. Well, that's not her name, but that's what she goes by. She has amazing tutorials on her YouTube page. She's a cosplayer I really admire. So I'd highly suggest that he start there. Need more pins. So as soon as I'm done ironing and making all this go flat, I'm going to draw in where I want the boning channels to go and sew those. You can totally wear cosplay armor. It's awesome. Then after that, once I sew those channels, I'll probably sew in the cups next and then put in the boning, and then I'll kind of fix up the sleeves, and then I'll finish the edges. Which is a little bit ambitious for all in one night, but I'm sort of running out of time, and I need to just get hizzy done. This part's always fascinating. Like, you can't see necessarily, but even though I cut all these pieces out, like, exactly identical on top of each other, they always end up a little different once you sew them together and stuff. So it's fascinating to kind of feel just all the little variations and deviations in all the pattern pieces. You should watch the old Ninja Turtles movie, the good one, like before the crazy one where they have lips. I remember I loved that movie when I was younger. I love that people keep like popping into the channel and seeing that I'm just ironing and leaving. I promise I can be interesting. I promise. Oh no, that sucks. The old one was so good. Somehow they made it so human, even though they were like guys in suits. It was amazing. Yeah. I loved that movie so much. It was so good. It's amazing, like, with all the new technology we have, that they were not able to improve on that. And they were super heavy suits. That was crazy. There's a set of cosplayers who have, like, really good replicas of those that come to conventions sometimes. It's always, like, super cool. I know it's supposed to rain, but it is so hot in here tonight. It's crazy. Maybe it's because I'm next to the iron, too, but boy. I care. I care. So for those of you, I'm ironing. You can probably tell from the close-up cam. I wish I could have gotten here and gotten started earlier, but it's just so hard with work. Like, didn't even get to leave work till 6. Have to get home, have to eat something, get all my stuff set up. Yeah, technology doesn't always mean better. That's very, very, very true. It's just like the lips, man. I couldn't even bring myself to watch the new movie, to be honest. Same thing with the Where the Wild Things Are movie, because I loved that story so much. And I heard kind of mixed things about the movie. Yeah, right? Turtle lips. Ugh, gross, right? No, I'm not super interesting at the moment. Sorry, I'm having to concentrate to make sure I line this stuff up all right. It's funny, I've been poking around creative a lot lately, like watching different channels on Twitch. And it's amazing, sometimes you go into like these creative channels especially. I love this song. And a lot of times people aren't actually working on stuff because it's sometimes really hard to like talk to people and be entertaining and actually make progress. So sometimes I log in and I'll see like a cosplayer working on something kind of, but they're mostly talking. And then they go off stream and then like I'll see you the next day and they're like, they did a bunch of stuff off camera. I'm like, oh, that's smart. But it seems sort of like, I don't know, to defeat the purpose. Like if you're just doing boring stuff on your channel, then, but I'm sure that's not the majority of people. Yeah. All right, this looks like it's coming together. I'm very excited. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, multitasking can be difficult. I think it's just something like, I mean, supposedly women are better at multitasking. I don't know if that's actual scientific fact, but I feel like it's like I've read articles and stuff on that before. Supposedly from like our biology and like having to hunt and gather while feeding children and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of interested to see, like there are pretty pronounced seams in corsets. When I cover it with the spandex, I'm wondering if it's going to show. I mean, it's not horrible, but ideally it won't show. It's not terrible. We will see. We will see. Sure, they can totally figure that out. That's very true.
Today we are canceling the apocalypse!
I'm almost done, and then I'll be more talkative, I promise. So much to do too with the armor. All right, I'm not gonna think about it because I'll get stressed out, and I don't want to be stressed out right now. Yeah, I've heard about the pain tolerance thing too, which makes total sense since, you know, babies out of our vaginas and stuff. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I would hope so. Otherwise, it's just like terrible design, man. I mean, you know, to be fair, any of us, if males or females were going to have a higher pain tolerance, it should definitely just be the females, just to be fair. Because otherwise, WTF, right? Not sure what the ... meant after that. It's like, yeah. It's very true. That's very true. And that's actually like a scientific thing. Like the mind forgetting all the pain of it. Pretty amazing.
It's JCPenney's biggest sale of them all, and our entire store is on sale. Hurry in Saturday for our free $10 off $10 coupon giveaway. We're handing them out in-store only as soon as the doors open at 8 a.m. Supplies are limited, so get yours before they're gone. Plus, starting today, get great items for the home, like select $9 Home Expressions bath towels and select JCPenney home flannel sheet sets for just $19.99. It's our biggest sale of them all. That's getting your pennies worth. JCPenney. Coupon valid 10/26 to 10/29. Some exclusions apply. Entire store on sale excludes Nike, Converse, Sephora, and new arrivals. Check jcp.com or your newspaper for coupon and details.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Oh no. It's, you know what? I have so many friends who are moms or new moms or gonna be moms. I feel like I'm always talking about pregnant women lately. Yeah, it really is coming together. I mean, you don't have to change the subject. I'm fine talking about the other stuff. I just was focusing on the edges real quick. Yeah, so it's getting there. I'm just kind of tired tonight, though. Like, it was exciting to have so many people on the stream yesterday, but I also worked a lot harder than or a lot longer than I probably should have. So I've just kind of been dragging all day today. But I'm also running out of time. So it's kind of like deciding which is the less of two evils. Staying up late now for a couple nights, or like staying up one night, like all night. Which is also, you know, an MO of mine. It's also just a little bit hard for me to see this, the chat from this far away. It's just like a little small. Oh no, it was cool, and I totally understand. Like, if I didn't want to stay up that late, you definitely shouldn't stay up that late. It's my project, after all. have to watch it though tonight because I might make some like really dumb mistakes. I have to avoid that. Whenever you get tired, it's always easy to kind of get ahead of yourself. Like I really should have. It would have taken me 5 minutes to iron this if I'd done it last night. But now it's taking me a while. It's taking me half an hour. Ridiculous. Always unfortunate. It's like just the biggest hurries when you make the most mistakes. You can't afford the time at all. But it's because you're in the hurry, I guess, that you make the mistakes, so. Only make smart mistakes. Well, there are like acceptable mistakes because maybe you're trying something new that you haven't tried before. But when you're working with something that you've done a gazillion times, maybe not gazillion, that's a lot, but quite a few times. I also like just ate, so I've got like food coma going on. I'm like, oh god. I had Mexican food for dinner, which is bad. I should be being better the week of a convention, especially when I'm making a corset for myself. But it just sounded so good. Plus, it was delivery, so that's always helpful. All right. Let's turn you guys around. Get to something a little more interesting. Well, I'm still going to be pinning for a little while, but at least you'll get to see kind of what I'm pinning. So, ta-da! All the pins holding all the pieces. They are sewn together, but this just keeps them in line with each other. So, as I mark them and such things. Let's see. Floyd's here, but he's either just lurking or not really there. Because he's not talking to us. Yeah, delivery Mexican food. It's one of the good things about living in LA. Like, you can get delivery everything. Delivery Thai food, delivery Chinese, delivery sushi, which you need to be careful about, but still delivery. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe if I tweet out, more people will show up. Maybe they'll be like, oh, I totally forgot.
trouble. Any special message for all the kids watching at home?
Let's do... I'm going to switch music a little bit. No reach. Yeah. I don't really have that much reach either. Not in Twitch, anyway. Most of my followers are cosplayers themselves, so they're not interested in watching me necessarily, or, like, Luddite tabletop gamers. Let's play. It's funny too because the count sometimes counts me, or I don't know. It's interesting. Sometimes it counts. Oh yeah, 40 minutes of ironing, fabulous. Sometimes it counts my bot as a person. Sometimes it doesn't. All right, look at that. All pinned and ready to start stitching the boning channels. Ta-da! All right, need a pencil. Ah, should be good. So I'm just gonna copy exactly where the boning is in these. So there's one up the center. There's ones that follow these up. So, boning has to go in specific places to give you the shape that you are desiring. So you definitely want one up the front, and the one on the front will actually be spring steel instead of spiral steel, because you want to make sure that the front stays really flat. And since I have 1/2 inch boning, wait, where did my boning go? I've lost it already. I lost it. Oh well, here it is. It matches my table. So since this is 1/2 inch, I want to make sure that I'm stitching just a little bit farther than 1/2 inch apart, because I want enough space that once I put the stitches in, it kind of acts like a little fence, and I can just then slide the boning up into it, and the stitching will hold it in place. Oh, so one up the center. Watch over me. What is it going to be? And again, since this is the lining, like, it doesn't matter if I just am drawing straight on it, because I will cover this part with spandex and no one will ever see it again. I'm done tonight. Yeah. That worked pretty well. Kind of the way I used to build bodices. A lot of people don't make corsets this way. A lot of people, when I say how I make them, are like, you do the what? Why would you do that? But it works out for me.
It's a daily crisis for today's fighters. In the age of ISIS, death is a fate with which he dices. One wrong roll and he may lay lifeless. Too little, too late, realizing time dedicated to training's priceless. Pain and sweat's why a veteran is
Pencil keeps breaking.
why there are calluses on my fists. We've got to work as a team, a unit, to deduce your scheme and ruin it. Swiftly we moving through these midnight trees whose leaves are moonlit. From the window to the wall, everything you've ever come to know in love is gonna fall. From a Mac 10 to an Enfield, anything could trigger things real men feel. Anything could trigger things real men feel. Anything could trigger things real men feel. And when the rain hits rays of light from hazy skylines, rainbows shine bright. And when the rain hits rays of light from hazy skylines, rainbows shine bright. I wear these shades in a halo, take aim somewhere over the rainbow. Six of the best in the chest is a payload. Hey bro, you better lay low. When I'm breezing, spinning, I'm a killer tornado, waiting to blow like a pain volcano. I swear in the name of NATO, I'll put an X on your brain like a baked potato. We came with the cave at the cave and your cape as a game, bro. In the face of the danger, this ain't Vegas, but I'm raising the ante and raising the glass in the name of Clancy. And when the rain hits rays of light from hazy skylines, rainbows shine bright. And when the rain hits rays of light from hazy skylines, rainbows shine bright.
Oh yeah, I'm tired. Oh my goodness. I'm usually kind of tired on Wednesdays anyway because we game. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. I should do that. Because we game late sometimes on Tuesdays, but just no excuse for how tired I am tonight. I think it's also because like the initial enthusiasm for a project kind of is burned out now. I'm like, I really like this project, but
tax returns or salary bumps. But that
now it's like,
awful. What if you could start saving
Hey,
money on
how are you,
electricity
Daniel?
by switching to solar?
Welcome.
Just get a solar power system
It's
from
exciting. I'm
Solar
measuring.
City
I'm going to put in
installed
the
on your home.
boning pretty
There's no
soon. I get to put
upfront
in
cost,
my
and they'll guarantee you a low
my
rate that lasts for
boob
years.
padding
Go to
because
solarcity.com
come on,
and start saving
cosplay.
energy.
And then the boning, and then hopefully gonna get to finish my my corset tonight. Except maybe not the punching of the holes, because I have to do that completely off camera because it's way on that side of the room. So I might do that tomorrow. But I still have to decorate my shoes tonight too, which came in today. Very excited. Look, I have shoes. Shoes. WonderWoman shoes. They have belts, buckles on them, but I'm just gonna cut the buckles off. Shoes. And they match pretty well. Look, they match. Whoop whoop. Uh-oh. All my shoe action is unhitched my mic. Oh no. Oh no. What have you been up to tonight, Daniel? I am at home. This is my home. Kind of. I mean, it's not my actual house. It's a converted garage. But it does not work. Which is why I have like the crazy wall behind me, because yeah, I'm a nerd, but even I don't necessarily have a house that looks like that necessarily. Yeah, it's called Crossplay. Oh, nice. Is he turning his garage into a sewing room too? Yeah, crossplay is when someone cosplays a different gender than they are. I mean, it's still technically cosplay too, so it's not cosplay. It just has a special name. And then generally if you switch a character, it's called like gender bent, you know, whoever it is. So if like a girl does a Nightwing, then it's gender bent Nightwing. If a guy does a male version of Wonder Woman, like Wonder Man or whatever, then it's a gender bent Wonder Woman. Oh, new car. I have not actually kept a car in a garage in a very, very long time. Like a really, really long time. Because, at least for me, there's so many other uses for garages. And that's one of the good parts of living in California is the weather's nice enough that you can actually get away with not having your car inside all the time.
She probably should have got better insurance. The challenges ahead are gonna test her performance, so endurance is of the utmost importance. Limited ordnance, you really have to use the wits. Now the developers appear to have reduced the tits. Dragon's Triangle, here's a house of lunatics. Darker than the night sky during the lunar eclipse. No clips to put into the gun, you know.
So yeah, female well, no, not, I mean kind of, it depends on the version. Because now Thor is a woman in the comics, so now she's just Thor. But that's just because you picked a bad example. So one of my friends did a gender bent super ma'am. My friend Kit Quinn did that. So that was a gender bent Superman. She wasn't Supergirl. She was Superman. But yeah, if it was a female version of the male Thor, like a lot of girls cosplay like the Thor from the movies, then yes, it's a gender bend. Oh my god, I have the worst pencil on the planet. It's so annoying. Yeah, I've seen her. I've met her occasionally. She's actually not on the floor very much anymore. Like when she was a couple years ago, before she was quite so famous, like you'd bump into her. And we have some mutual friends, so I've met her at stuff like that. But she has a booth now, but even then she almost exclusively does like actual like appearances and stuff like that. She does like photo shoots and then we'll kind of just go back to her hotel room or something. A couple of the big conventions. Like I still want, every once in a while I'll see her around like Comic-Con or something. But at some point it's just hard to like for her to walk around. Because when you get that well known. She gets a lot of like endorsement deals and stuff like that too. People pay big money for her to go to their events at conventions. So even the actual convention itself nowadays is almost not her reason for going. But she'll go and she'll get paid to like judge a contest or make an appearance at a booth. When I was working in events, we were working with Alienware, and Alienware did a cosplay contest for maybe Comic-Con, and she was one of the guests, or was one of the guest judges. She was kind of the host / judge, and yeah, they hooked her up with like a $5,000 computer for coming and judging. It was quite the setup. Yeah, I only wander the floor actually, so I don't ever have a booth, and I don't ever do like appearances. Some of the conventions I get like a free badge to, but I mean that's why I do it. I love the conventions and I love going around the conventions. You're the best. Thank you. I have Diet Coke. I'm so happy. Yeah, like a lot of cosplayers have booths and stuff like that, but I don't. It's a lot of work. Conventions are fun. This is a hobby for me. I have no interest. Yeah, I mean, she is selectively famous. She's incredibly famous in a small chunk of society, but girl makes like $30,000 a month on Patreon, so people like her. So if you can get people to give you what is, you know, just slightly under the average salary of most Americans in 1 month, there's a draw there. Yes, I don't sell prints, so I don't really have a reason to have a booth, because people would just walk up and say hi. Hi, nice to meet you. I have nothing to sell you because this is not how I make my living. But I don't know. I've thought it sometimes of making like tutorial booklets maybe I could sell. But yeah, she makes crazy bank. And that's not even that's just Patreon. That's not including what she gets paid for appearances or anything else. I mean, I guess it's good work if you can get it. I think I would just miss eating too much, really. Because, I mean, maybe she eats. I have no idea. I don't know her. But I know that my metabolism is not such that I could eat a lot and have that body, so... Yes, please do the tutorials. Well, I post them for free on my website already, like, so I feel a little weird about, like, I don't know, writing tutorial booklets and then selling them. It's like, I might as well just put them on my blog and have them where everybody can see them for free and help people. It's funny because I actually have met a lot of cosplayers because of my tutorials. Sorry, I'm drinking Coke for a second. Because even though I'm not famous, I'm kind of a cosplayer that other cosplayers know. And a bunch of cosplayers who are actually, some of them very well known, when they see me, they come up and they're like, oh my gosh, I used your tutorial for blah, blah, blah. And it's really great. And thank you so much for posting it. So that's kind of cool. In true Kimmy fashion, I am the cosplay teacher. Yeah. It's like one more thing, though, that I have to, like, worry about, you know? It's like, I like my blog. Plus, I don't know if people would actually pay me for them is the thing. It's like, if it's free and online, I maybe should put, like, some ads on my site. That would probably be the best thing. Because I got, like, I get quite a few hits, especially in October. A little low on the hits this year just because I haven't posted any new tutorials for a while. Yeah. Even if I still give it away for free, huh? Yeah, I mean, I kind of thinking about, like, everyone's like, you put so much effort into this, you should monetize it somehow. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't want to sell prints. And I don't necessarily feel like anyone would want to buy my prints. My back. No. Better? Why but the cow, huh? I totally lost you. I have not seen that meme. Still there? Is it robot sounding or is it just feedback?
amalgamation of attributes. Now it's time to find out in which you excel. What
So I
makes
could
you
switch.
SPECIAL?
Okay. It's so weird it does that. Uh,
Spells out that you're quite swell. Strength. Supply is sparse, so on seeing something sweet, be sure to scavenge your staff. The stronger you are, the smaller the stack of scrap storage and snacks that you can haul on your back. But do be sure to stay on track of the
I'm glad. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for letting me know.
And should your special self have such a regrettable incident, you better get swinging any suitable weapon or implement. Perception. Post-nuclear places are pretty prearranged.
I don't know. I've thought about doing a Patreon just so I can, like, not to make money, but so people can, like, donate if they're like, hey, I want to contribute to your ridiculous fabric spending problem. But I don't know. It still feels weird to me. And yeah, selling prints, it's like, there's two kinds of people who buy prints. People who, like, really like your cosplay, which is fine. And then there's, like, the fapping people. And it creeps me out to think of my picture on the wall of some dude, and I don't know. It's a little weird. And those are the pictures that really sell. Unfortunately, from all the talks I've had with all my cosplay friends, it's like, it's always the sexy pictures that sell. And I don't want a bunch of people out there fapping to my pictures. Right, exactly. Not that fapping's bad, like masturbation is fabulous, but I don't know. And I'm sure it probably happens anyway, but I don't have to, like, think about it. I know, right? Super you. I don't want to think about it. Plus, I have to actually get stuff, like, printed and stuff if I sell prints. It's, like, a lot of effort and work.
Avoid adverse assaults from automatics, avert or repel their action with acrobatics. Agility, amazing adaptability.
I don't mind being watched, but not as myself. Like, I've performed for enough years that it's like, oh, okay, like, I'm on stage, that's fine. But, I don't know, that's different. I don't know why. Let's see, I'm seeing some numbers changing.
Congratulations, you passed the test, yes! From everyone at Voltex, splendid work on your success. Give yourself a pat on the back and maybe shake hands, then perambulate into the haze of the wasteland. War never changes. Look at the history books, torn up pages, because when the dust settles after all-out war, you'll be glad we taught you what to deal with.
But yeah, maybe ads on my website. That doesn't really hurt anybody. And I don't know. I love this song. Oh, so special. That's out. You're quiet. As someone who really liked this game, it's really fun, and it's like. There's always a chance that, like, Happy Jack's RPG podcast will go super viral too, and, like, that's how I'll make money someday.
The bulb comes on when you flip the switch, but it takes real innovation to do it for years and years and save you money every single day. Like EcoSmart LED light bulbs from the Home Depot. An 8-pack is $12.97, just $1.63
Need my bigger,
bulb.
my
They use
bigger,
85% less
my
energy than
bigger
old-fashioned
ruler.
incandescent
All right.
bulbs, so they pay for themselves over and over, year after year. 8 packs of EcoSmart LED light
There's so many
bulbs,
people just trying to become
$12.97
famous from
at Home
cosplay
Depot.
too. It's like,
More saving, more doing.
I don't know.
US only, see store for details.
I think if I'd started cosplaying like 6 or 7 years earlier. Oh yeah? Yeah, there's some really amazing cosplay out there of the Fallout games. If you are just joining us, because I saw the numbers jump, I am working on a DC Superhero Girls, picture over there, cosplay. I'm working on her shirt right now, but really to get that kind of silhouette. T-shirts don't really do that unless you're a size -2 or something. So I'm building a corset that I'm going to be covering in the red spandex that will look like a t-shirt, but you know. Cosplay is like porn. People age out. No, they don't. I mean, there's different cosplay you do, and you may not look just like the character anymore, but it's still fun to dress up. You don't have to do sexy cosplay, you know? And even then, you can do sexy cosplay and just not give a damn what anybody else thinks. I've seen some really amazing cosplays, though, by more mature women. I mean, when I'm 50, I'm probably not going to be cosplaying as peak popularity. Yeah. Well, and it's just like, it's just a saturated market now. Because, like, when I started cosplaying, it was sort of, it was right before it, like, really kind of boomed. So if I think if I had, like, jumped on it then, although, I mean, like, people didn't really have Facebook fan pages for cosplay and stuff even then. So, like, I don't know if I would have thought of it. It was a while in that I started making that sort of stuff and social media. Like, I had a Twitter account, but I only used it really for gaming stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's, you know, there's no denying that there's a correlation between the attractiveness of, you know, and the not classic beauty, but like the typical beauty expectations of a cosplayer and kind of their popularity. There are a few exceptions, but maybe then. Maybe once I kind of age out and I'm too tired and like cranky to go to conventions anymore. Maybe then I'll start doing commissions. Because I've tried to do commissions before and it's just not very interesting to me. And people are really, especially when they don't know a lot about costuming, they get very annoying. I was doing I did a couple commissions for a while when I first started. Or not when I first started, but after I'd been cosplaying a little while. Well, yeah, I totally went back there again. And people just have very unrealistic expectations and don't understand, like, what they really should pay for something like that. I mean, because this corset, if I wasn't doing it myself, especially with as much custom and tweaking as it's done, would probably run somewhere between $300 and $400. And that's because it doesn't have any super expensive materials. Like, it's got the spandex and duck cloth. That's all. But, I mean, there's a good, like, it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And people don't really kind of understand that piece of it often. Bum, bum, ba-dum. So for those of you who don't know, I'm drawing in boning channels right now. So Corset has metal bits in it. Like, where did my boning go? Has metal, like, strips in it that hold it into place and, like, keep your body stiff and keep your stomach in and all those fabulous things that we love about a corset. So in order to do that, you have to sew in channels to keep that boning in place. It's not just held in place by wishes, hopes, and dreams. Yeah. I'm not good at that. I like hobbies, and I have too many hobbies, and I do them for free. Even sometimes when I shouldn't. Half an inch. I have a half-inch boning that I use because I do overkill on everything always. In the back of the corset, you have one strip of spring steel going up the back to keep it stiff on the back. Then you have half an inch space, and that's where eventually, like on this corset over here, the grommets will go. And then you'll have another piece of boning right here. You can't really see it, but if you flip it over, you can see that there's boning on this side, and the grommets are wedged right in between. And ideally, you even get when you grommet it, you kind of catch the two pieces of bone, so it keeps it really, really structured in the back there. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm drawing where all these boning pieces will go. And then I will sew along these to make boning channels. And then we'll be off to the races with like kind of the final bits of this before I cover it. And then the very last thing you do is add the grommets, because you want the grommets to go through whatever your top cover layer is. And even though this corset will look like it's made of spandex, it totally will not be. And I have the worst pencil ever, so I keep drawing and then it's all messed up. And I'm just drawing straight onto this fabric. Generally, I would draw these lines out of something that was a little bit more erasable, but since I'm going to be covering this in a different fabric anyway, like no one will ever see it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. I am always happy to answer questions. And if you haven't already followed the channel, that would be awesome. If you're interested in following more of my projects, I have a lot more cosplays coming up soon. And yeah, I'm very excited about some of the stuff coming down the pipeline, especially with streaming. Can I have more salad? I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say to you, but I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I'm a little quiet right now because I have to focus and make sure I'm lining this all up correctly. I'm going to move this way so you guys can see a little. Whoa! Camera almost bit it again. It's funny because I'm doing all this sewing and stuff for my costume for the convention this weekend. And just like every year with this convention, like I'm going to go to the convention and then on actual Halloween, I'm going to like stay home in my fuzzy pajamas. I still haven't carved a pumpkin yet this year, which seems like a total... It's just weird. I usually carve pumpkins like way ahead of time. But because I've been sewing, especially this week. So you can see here, so this is where the boning will go. So spring steel, grommets, spring steel. And that's how that works. I actually don't think I have any spring steel this long, so I'm going to have to like tape two together, which is a little ghetto fabulous, but that's okay. Alright, so this side is all done. I have to finish this side. The width of the sewn portion, I usually do like 3/4 of an inch or something just slightly over, so there's a little bit of wiggle room, because if I sew exactly 1/2 an inch apart, yeah, so that way they can slide in. A little bit of both. It's hard to get the boning locally. There's a couple places in downtown LA that have it, but most of the time I order online. So it's like corsetsupplies.com or something, and it ships super fast. There's not really a vendor who carries them regularly. Even downtown, like, it's sort of hit or miss. There's like one place that has it and they really mark it up. But you do definitely have to plan ahead. So I usually just order a bunch of it and have a bunch of it sitting around just in case. Because I'm not super great at planning ahead with these things, as you may have noticed this week as I frantically sew everything all at once. There, I'm going to switch back to my smaller ruler for this part. Oh my god, how is it 9:30 already? Oh my god, I have so much more I have to do. It can't be 9:30. I refuse. I don't believe it's 9:30. Well, you'd be surprised. Ellie mentioned there's so many costumers. That there's a lot of there'd probably be more demand here than just about anywhere else in the world, I'd think. Like, but a lot of the industry people get their stuff online and stuff too, just because it's cheaper. I used to buy it all the time at the Renaissance Fair because people there would have it. But now that I don't work there always anymore. Alright, almost done with this part. Not really. I mean, the biggest thing, it's not like it's allowed to move a little bit sideways. But, I mean, it's not like it's moving all over the place. It still keeps it in place. It's more like guidelines than actual channeling. As long as it keeps it roughly in the same place. And the like fraction of an inch back and forth that it wiggles really doesn't do anything for like changing the silhouette or anything in any meaningful way. Like an inch would be way too big, because then it would just be like wiggling all over the place. An inch would be too big. It's another great quote from my crazy channel. Oh, my crazy channel. Thank you. Yeah. I'm hilarious. Sometimes. I do have dirty mind with jokes, too. I plan it that way. I sit all day and try and think of hilarious, funny jokes, and then I slowly and carefully social engineer our conversation to go towards those jokes. Or not. Or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10. Comes from working for the Ren Fair for way too long. Almost to sewing again. Very exciting. Now, the other thing is you'll notice that it's like bunching down here at the bottom. Doesn't lay flat as one piece. And that's because the actual corset itself is a three-dimensional hourglass shape. So it comes in and then comes out. So there's no way, if you have like a bodice or something, you can lay it flat because it doesn't have that hourglass shape on all sides. But corsets, that's why you have to make it out of a bunch of different pieces. And it doesn't lay flat. It has, you either going to have it wrinkled up here and flat down here, or the other way around. Ironing and drawing lines is fun. Cosplay is the best hobby ever, man. Ironing and drawing lines.
Year after year. 8 packs of EcoSmart LED light bulbs, just $12.97 at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only. See store for details.
Ah, more caffeine. So I think what I'm going to do after I'm done drawing is I will sew these channels. Then I'll put in the boob padding. Then I'll actually maybe... yeah, I'll figure something out.
Over ocean civilizations behold the UK taking control, a naval nation of old built on a foundation of coal that was taken and sold so they could pave it with gold to make the altars that they failed to use to pray for the souls who excavated and rolled trains into stations to mold the global stage where they were playing the role for those who later withhold them from the tale that was told to fade the brave.
Yeah, Spotify Home Depot ads because the laces, yeah, that's the very, very last step. And the laces aren't actually a permanent part. You just have the grommets in the back that you put in. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that because the grommeter's like a whole piece of furniture. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure that out. I probably won't get to grommeting tonight. But if I get that far, I'm going to be very proud of myself. Don't spoil it. Okay, spoilers. Costume spoilers. All right. All done with that. I do. It's a big thing. It's over there. It's not like an electronic grommeter. It's like a big, giant hole punch thingy. So, actually, I lost one of the dies, though. It's somewhere, but that sucks because they're sort of expensive. All right, now time for sewing again. Yay, back for sewing. We have 4 people in the chat. Hello, people. Break this thing again. All right, back to sewing. I'm excited. There's 38 people who have liked my or followed or whatever the term is for Twitch, my channel. So that's great. I'm gonna move you guys over here. All right. Yay for sewing again. And this is when we sew straight lines. So since it's all straight lines, it goes really, really fast. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I'm going to move you guys this way a little bit more so you guys can see. Bum, bum. Okay, this is great sewing music. This is awesome. Super upbeat. Alright, I'm gonna move you this way. I cannot decide where you should be. I feel like my elbow's gonna be in the way everywhere. And maybe that's better.
Intro. Forced laughter. Declaration of excitement. Build up, 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 build up,
Try that.
build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, drop. This is a song that's self-referential by Dan Bull about a fella called Deadpool. Both dead cool, both mental, both use terms that are frowned on in general. We're giving you a heart attack. The proper medical term for that's cardiac. We put in 200%, you're probably only doing about half of that. Who's this beautiful dude doing martial arts? Hey, where's Miss Marple at? I'm the marvelous marvel, the marvel you marvel at. Throwing marbles at marmoset, wearing a tight black and red pajama set. Numbing marmalade because I'm Marvin, mate. And now I got a dash because I'm rather late for the hooking which I lazily charbonade. Dead to the pool, to the pool, to the dead. If it doesn't make sense, well it's all in your head. Pool to the dead, to the dead, to the pool. Ooh, bikinis, head to the pool. Dead to the pool, to the pool, to the dead. If it doesn't make sense, well it's all in your head. Impress Margie, be you backwards this week, bro, story cool. So scratch that Deadpool itch. Live stream it all on Twitch. Self-referential kitsch. Auto-tune to perfect pitch. Call women hoe and bitch. Then repeat until you're rich. It's pronounced niche, not niche. Oh no, YouTube just glitched. There's too much anger. Give me a chimichanga. I'm a chubby wanker. I can't be the signs well enough to see the danger. Oh my god, cheeky banter. And I'm fidgety, rowdy, skittish, inexplicably sounding British. Round of critics that downvote this and skip their life story to the finish. With so many fates to save the world from, who will step to the plate? Wade Wilson. I'll make it disappear from the net like your name was Tom Milson. Sorry, Tom. I was running out of rhymes for Wilson. Even though I just had the opportunity to change it, I still said Wilson. And now I've done it again. We should probably ring the fails there. Dead to the pool, to the pool, to the dead. If it doesn't make sense, well, it's all in your head. Pool to the dead, to the dead, to the pool. Ooh, bikinis, head to the pool. Dead to the pool, to the pool, to the dead. If it doesn't make sense, well, it's all in your head. Impress Margie, be all backwards. This sweet bro story, cool. This song is for sale. You have money. Go on, treat yourself. Have you noticed how many of Dan Bull's songs end really suddenly on the final word?
All right, lads. I'm one of the only people who've heard Edward Kenway rap and lived to tell the tale. And now, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he said. He said, these aren't the high seas, they're my seas. It's likely you'll find me incited to maritime crises. Plunder all the prizes from the skies to underwater thunderball, and then I'm back aboard in time for my tea. Tides are dicey, you're dicing with death like a diver fighting to rise for a breath. I'm a tycoon, taking lives like a typhoon, hypothesizing that you're probably dying quite soon. But at least in the meantime, you can enjoy listening to my tune. It's an assassin sea shanty, so pass the neat brandy and raise a glass to my seafaring vigilante. Right, lads, pack your bags and come aboard as we hoist the black flag. I said, right, lads, pack your bags and come aboard as we hoist the black flag. Look, I'm a canny one, scourge of the seven seas, sink anyone's galleon to murder my enemies. Whether he's been stabbed in a back street or a vast sea attack by the black flag fleet, kicking people in the ribs, I leap from ship to ship and clean the deck of crew as if I'm sweeping, never miss a bit. No need for cruise missiles, I wield dual pistols and rule this world from Kingston to Bristol. So you better make headway for Edward Kenway, or I'll hit you hard enough to send you to next Wednesday. I make the hardest seafaring men say, get away from this fella if you treasure your gems. They say that he ranks amongst the most clever of the gentlemen adventurers, without measure. He spends half his time looking for exotic treasure, the other half lusting for erotic pleasure. Right, lads, pack your bags and come aboard as we hoist the black flag. I said, right, lads, pack your bags and come aboard.
No, it's super chill tonight. If you guys have questions, I'm happy to chat with you guys. It's half the fun of being on Twitch. That's okay. Is it? It showed up in the chat like you left. I was worried you'd lost connection or something. And yes, the sewing machine is very repetitive. It's like those white noise machines. Okay, I'm going to take a break in just a second, though. And then I'm going to head back out in a minute. But I need to go... First off, I need to go find my boning and just make sure I have enough of it. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'm going to stop stream for a minute. Huh. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It might just be audio only. Or maybe you have to be in the chat room. You have to be showing it to see. So, but yeah, you're definitely back now. That's exciting.
Any light bulb comes on when you flip the switch, but it takes
So I'm going to stop the stream for a minute. I will be back in like a couple of minutes, and I will be back. I have to finish this. So, all right, more caffeine. I'll be right back. Bye.
Just $1.60